candidate of mine I placed 10 years ago at this company. It was over infrastructure and security. CIO.
That's right outside the door.
Nope, I can't do it. Lied to IBM.
Still one of those doesn't
Can't do it. There's my
Is Angela here
resignation.
tonight? Angela here?
Moved on.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't going to say anything. He was going to let it go, right? Well, by then, IBM knew something was going on, and they were auditing him, and they were coming. They were going back and forth on it. So this guy confided in me. He said, Microsoft, Oracle, have no idea that they're screwed. IBM's just starting to figure it out. So there's an organization called BSA. It's a software piracy FTC group, and if you turn them in, they give some kind of reward if it's a settlement. Their average settlement is $11 to $13 million.
So are you moving from behind me then? Is that what
Well,
you're saying?
I don't know. I would be glad if they buy me dinner. I think it would be great.
I know where there's some property.
That guy's interested in that property. Yeah, he was going to do some due diligence on it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I think he was going to have an appraiser just come up with a number, and I think.
Yeah,
So
I'm fine with that.
Thanks, Charles.
it's Carter's.
I'm sorry.
We're ready to start.
Carter's are the last two
This is the new agenda. And that was just
and the
added.
management
Well, I'm gonna have to
that are in jail right now for cooking the books.
I got it all in order.
See, we have.
Pardon me? So it's going to show me being late?
That's
Okay.
What are they thinking? Like nobody's going to figure it
They don't
out?
want to hit them, they're so bent on, and this has been going on for years.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
See?
Lady, gentlemen. Good night, everybody. Not that we have a real big crowd there, but welcome to the Design Review Board. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask for you to join us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the United States. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We start off first with our meeting to introduce our board members. I'll let everybody introduce themselves. I'd like to start off to my left.
Good evening, I'm Perry Mason. I live on Hopewell Plantation Drive.
I'm Tim Bryan, and I have a business in Crabapple.
I'm Marty Littleton. I live on Freemanville Road.
I'm Ed Parsons. I live on Red Road.
I'm Laura Weissong. I live in Crooked Creek.
Tony Shepard, Nettlebrook Farms.
Good. Can I get someone to make a motion to approve the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. How about a motion to approve the April meeting minutes?
Yes. Tim.
Oh, I second
Tim.
it.
Who's on first, Bob?
Yeah.
Angela's not here. We'll have to
You got your hair cut.
approve.
All right. I make a motion to approve the April meeting minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good to go? Okay. First thing on our agenda is demos. The first one will become 1916 Roman View Road, a single-family home.
There's some additional photos he brought up of their land.
You really want to tear this house down?
Kevin Clemens, 15785 Hopewell Road, Georgia. Yeah, I think we want to take it down. It's been sitting there for the last 9 years, I believe, since this plat was recorded on what used to be called Renaissances.
Freemanville Road.
Freemanville Crossing.
On the right.
Oh,
It was actually located on this lot.
wasn't there one that's a house back there called?
The address on the site plan.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to identify your property because there was a house fire over there somewhere.
It's just north of Henderson Road on Freemanville. It's the old subdivision that sat there for the longest time.
The one that goes straight back, right?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that house burned down.
It's fallen in places, but
No, but there was a huge fire over there.
it wasn't there.
It must have been the next lot down.
Oh, yeah.
It was?
It was, yeah.
Okay. I know that doesn't mean anything other than me trying to identify. I've actually driven down that road and I've actually seen that house. I think you need to remodel it.
Yeah, the back part of it's fallen in, it's pretty rough there.
Okay.
Like I said, it's been abandoned for 9 years now, at least.
Okay, do we have any board comment?
Who owns the house?
It's owned by us now, the development.
Okay.
It's just on one of the lots. It should have come down a long time ago.
Yeah.
When the subdivision was developed.
Right.
For some reason, it got put off.
How many lots are in there?
13,
Okay. This is the only one that has a structure on it?
it is.
It's on the left-hand side of the road, 3/4 of the way down. Know the house. Anybody would like to make a motion?
Make a motion to approve item 5A, 1916 Roman View Road as submitted.
Second the motion?
All in favor?
Aye.
I forgot to ask if there's any public comment, but is there any public comment? He needs to make public comment back there. Really? All right, then. Thank you. Next is 13065 Freemanville Road. That is across the street from my house, so I'm incredibly interested in what you're doing.
Yes, I've got some other pictures of the front. I don't think that we will get back in here to see the house. I know the house.
Do you?
You guys?
Is that the one that's way far back?
Yeah, bring them right up here.
Yeah.
That's the house that's real far back, right?
It's a little bit from the big white house to, if you're looking at it to the right, it's pretty much at the end of the crosswalk. When you come out of Milton and you go right.
Oh, is that brick ranch?
Yeah, it's a brick ranch. Okay, so my name is Jeff Arthur, and my address is 14195 Phillips Circle, Milton.
Okay, I know that house. It's got a little shed behind it.
Yes, we're not doing anything with the shed, we're gonna leave it.
You are? Are you going to live in this house?
We're doing it for some people that bought the lot.
Okay. Are they going to put the house back in, I don't know if I can even ask the
It's gonna
question.
be back a little bit further than where it is right now.
Okay.
Not much, but a little bit more, right?
I didn't ask the question for the first gentleman, and I forgot. But the question we need to ask is make sure that you're in compliance with the septic tank and making sure it's removed and not a danger to the group. I will tell you that the kids all cut through behind that house, going over to the school. You probably already know the path.
I have not really, because I've just been over there a couple times.
Okay. Reason being, I'm telling you, there's a lot of kids that cut through.
Yeah, so we probably need to wrap the whole back with silk fence and the tree stand. Anything else we need to do to keep them out.
Well, they're not going to stay out. But the reality of it is, we got to try to make it as safe as possible.
Right.
Yeah, cover up the hole.
So you're just going to wipe the whole structure down?
Yes, sir.
Are there any wells on the property?
No wells or water.
Okay.
There wasn't any that was shown up on the site plan.
Well, I know it's a really nice brick ranch, but I realize that the value is in the
Nice
lot.
house that these people are putting back.
If they build a really expensive house, hopefully it improves the value of my house. That's true. Having said that, does anybody want to have any comment?
Recuse yourself.
Do what?
So you'll have to recuse yourself now.
I can vote with a clear mind. No, Scott, do I need to recuse
You been out there,
myself?
Mark?
I have not been, I've seen the site though.
Is there any trees to worry about?
I do not recall, I'll follow up on that, I'm sure.
It's mainly pine trees,
Yes.
I was pretty open there.
yeah, and so the rest of it, you're going to have, matter of fact, this tree to the left is probably the biggest hardwood that's probably on that lot, except for maybe to the left of it.
Yeah.
This one here.
On the back, it was a fairly clear lot all the way to the back mark, except for the tree line, which backed up to Beecham's and Sedgwick and the guy that has the furniture store.
I was out there several years ago, for whatever reason, I do not remember.
I've been on this property a lot of times, chasing my particular children through the woods. But,
Catch him.
so,
After they
just make sure that you cover your bases with Mark Law, our city arborist, to make sure that you're in compliance. So, in view that you're going to put another house that's going to go back, I'm sure the house is going back in the field. But that all being said, I would like to make a motion to approve the demolition of this property, subject to meeting with Mark Law to make sure that our city arborist has approved what trees can be disturbed and which trees cannot.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good to go. You're quite welcome. Build a nice house for us. Uh-oh. 15,780 and 15,784, 15,790. There's nothing else that can go on Thompson Road.
Oh, you're quite mistaken. I am Scott Reese, doing business at 13685 Highway 9, Milton, Georgia 30004. I'm representing the Camaro family on their application to demo the existing structure. There are technically 3 lots as of now. We're in the process of combining all 3 into one. The minor subdivision plat has not been approved to combine those yet, but anyway, we're showing it as one. We've been out, done a survey, located specimen trees, structures, the well, everything's going to be prepared to plan. I have larger pictures of the structure if you so desire.
That's a historical barn.
It is one that you buy at Home Depot and put on a truck and haul in.
That was a Dutch barn.
It is the original Dutch barn with OSB building material.
They were poor.
So, any questions?
I happen to know this particular piece of property, and the sooner the better.
There's a family of about 40 cats there that we have to.
Ms. Hicks. And
In the house?
The previous seller's wife, sister, had those cats. Yeah,
The lady that had horses there.
yeah.
She was a little off.
Yeah, she's the one that lived in the other property right below.
She lived in the barn, the cats lived in the house.
And so they just, it's yuck.
Yeah, they have cleaned it up a lot when she moved out, so,
It would have taken a torch.
well, that was my.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where this
We're going
is.
through it.
That looks like a dandy oak tree in the backyard.
It's to the right.
Yeah.
They're in the front and to the right.
Yep.
You saving
They're
all,
shown on the,
Tree
site
safe.
plan. And I told, I just pulled the permit, but Mark and I discussed that when you guys come to do the work, that I always send them his way, but whether they perform or not, it's kind of out of my purview.
you trying to save those trees, or?
I was out there this past week, looking at this there, had some questions about the backside of the property. There are some quite large trees out there, they might stay away from those during the demo. And what he was talking about, what he wanted to do, building the house, he doesn't have any intent on removing those. But those will be protected during the demolition process.
How do you protect them when that tree to the far?
We're gonna work out the back. This is the.
Okay.
Here, Mark. You build it back.
I'm all for tearing the house down there, Scott.
You come to the back side and you peel it away from, peel it
I
away
got
from the
20
trees.
bucks. All right.
So we'll have to work from the back, pull them. And the proposed house is, in front of the 38-inch poplar shown on kind of the screen area. So it's going to be hundreds of feet away from the specimen trees.
Yeah, Red Oak.
Mr. Chair, I just want you to know Angela did leave me a note. Says nothing on the state historic survey.
Not even that barn?
Not even that one.
The OSB one?
Yeah. That's a perfectly. Does anybody would like to help Scott out and make a motion to approve his?
Sure, I'll make a motion to approve agenda item 5C, 15,780, 15,784, 15,790 Thompson Road. Approve the demolition permit as submitted.
So I just, hold it.
We
What-
need a second.
Well, I just had a quick question before we second. So what is going to go on this area?
Single-family residence.
Okay.
If you're looking at the site plan, you see the 36-inch poplar
Mm-hmm,
and the 22-inch red oak. It's going to be about 50 feet in front of those.
Okay,
So it's going to be well back from the rear of the shed.
okay, great. I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, Scott.
Yes, as an aside, we're doing the site plan for the one that was prior to me, so I just did a specimen tree survey on it. So hopefully we will be able to save all those trees.
13065.
13065.
Nice. Very good.
Spread thin. Thanks, guys.
See you, man.
Yes.
Next, we're going to category 6, which is final reviews. A is Parkside at Silos, 1555 Parkside Drive, Units 7, 10, 11, 12. Also add in a rear covered porch. No.
Already beat me up. Hey, I'm Brennan Hicks. I'm a member of South Tech Homes. Parkside at Silos subdivision that's been through the board several times. All the units were built, and we've had some requests come back on contract for addition of just rear porches where there's an existing concrete patio. We've got several already out here, but we've had 4 contracts on these come in, and all of them want rear porches. So that's what we're here for. They will be built the same as the front porches. If the front columns were the timbers, the back will be the timbers. For the porches, they'll be the standing seam metal, same siding colors.
Okay, any questions on the board? Any questions from the public?
Bob, did you look at the Unit 12 picture on the corner post?
Yeah.
It looks kind of
Yeah.
funky to me.
I had a question about that.
It's the last page.
So those for Unit 12, which one will be, the screen porch will be 12. Those actually have to be because of the corner post, if we have the brick that wraps around with the ledge, that we actually have to put a column, we actually have to wrap that column a little wider so it actually looks right. With the regular columns, they meet up and they don't, you actually have to beat them.
Are these made out of AZEK or a composite?
Yeah, they're all the fiberglass standard, except for the ones we've got for 7, 10, and Unit 11 will actually be, those were actually timber. Those are actually the cedar posts that we had out there. But this one's actually, the front of it is the square box column.
Okay, so the raised trim is a composite material as well?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the same material as what's on the front porch?
You said it was cedar.
Well, no, if they had cedar on the front porch, it would be.
Oh, I got it.
Got a door and then it falls off into the grass.
So,
The code's going to require them to put some sort of a pad there. You'd have to add a small pad to the back door, right? I mean, to the back, where the back
Yeah, the
screen door is?
Yeah, they put a walkout because that's the side that the driveways are on.
Okay.
They actually just most of them walk out to the driveways, or they actually, I think on one of them, we did put some stepping stones instead of actually doing concrete.
Yeah. The picture doesn't show anything there. I just wondered if you're going to do something. It just shows it going out to the grass.
Yeah, no, there's always stuff that we'll even put stepping stones or concrete out to it. Some of them will actually put it out to the side and then walk straight out to the driveway to access it.
Because doesn't code require that you have something that one of the egresses?
Are your gutters, are they going to be pitched towards the drive or impervious surface for runoff, or?
No, the one for 12 will actually be out to the back. There's if you know, it'll be to the courtyard area in between the units out there, so they won't be to the driveway. They'll actually be to the grass area. And that was that is one that we already built on another unit, but it'll look, almost identical. So that one.
The porches aren't going in any of the setback.
No.
No.
Any other questions?
I'm assuming the roof material will be the same as what's on the existing structure.
Yeah, it'll be the same as the front porch, it's standing seam metal.
Okay.
Pardon me. came back. Do we have any public comment? Do we have any comment from our city architect?
What does she think? Think we ought
I'm
to do
only
it?
voting if the girl in the pink smiles.
Do you think we ought to do it?
She's thrilled to be here, even though it did cost me an IHOP dinner, and I'm sure at some point along the way home, it's gonna cost some ice cream.
Well, I'm thinking she needs to stand her hand up. If she wants, she needs to put her hand up and say if she votes yes or not.
Do you want
yes?
Do you want to go up to the speaker and introduce yourself and your address and say, "I support my daddy"?
No, she don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
That's gonna be a banana split there.
A big one.
You'll be on TV.
Come on, you'll be on TV.
All right, we won't make you. But I'm voting no because you won't come on.
She did say earlier, she said, she said, I want to see somebody get denied tonight so I can see the fight.
All right. Should we deny him? You're the one. Should we deny him? It depends how much cash he has. There you go. All right.
Do you support what your dad's doing? Are you in favor of it? The answer is yes.
Always yes.
Yes.
Okay, somebody like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve agenda 6A as submitted.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Young lady and sir, you are welcome to go.
Go enjoy your
Got
ice cream.
one more.
She has another opportunity.
We're saying no to the second one, dude. Somebody's got to get denied today. She said so.
Maybe this is the one she's in favor of.
We had one, I forget which one was in here, we were still with a trailer, they were putting out the side, they didn't have any materials or anything to it, so I was telling her about it, she said she really wanted to see that one.
I didn't.
Yeah, really.
All right, next one we have up is the one right across from the new City Hall over at Crabapple. We've got 3 units that we've already started. This is actually for units 1 through 3 that actually face Crabapple Road with access is in the back, and units 7 through 10. Units 1 through 3 we have done in all brick. Even the rear of the structure is brick except for, obviously in the gable, we don't have a brick road or anything like that. We've got some shade in the board and batten, but all those that face Crabapple will be brick front and back. And we've also added, just like with the other units in here, some 3D elements, some shed roofs, shutters on the side of the units that are visible from Crabapple or inside the development from the main road. Work above on it. These will also, because we've had so many requests from our other one, all of these units will have the covered rear patios on them, so I don't have to come back every time somebody wants one. So all these in this development, we are just going to go ahead and add a rear patio to it, covered patio.
What's the brick color?
We've got some that'll actually be painted brick, and then we've also, they're all the colonial, this mixed type of bricks, the same that we've kind of, I've got some so this is one down the street. We'll use similar brick and the same thing, but some of them will also be the painted brick that we've
Just toss
put
it.
in. That's the one on the street, I'm sorry.
What are they called?
Just all the standard red.
Is that the one that's across the
red brick,
street?
all that kind of mix.
So it'll be mixed. Okay, similar to this, yeah.
We'll do every unit different. The front columns are all different.
And the colors on the
Yep, that's all.
similar color scheme.
I'm feeling privileged with all this ink y'all used to.
That's marketing at its finest. Yeah, those are 1 through 3, and same if you'll notice, side of Unit 3 where you come in, we've also added all the shutters on the side. We're batting up under one of the transportation to meet code, but we did, just like all the others, we're not asking for any warrants or variances. Everything meets code as we have it. And while we're on 1 through 3, Unit 10 is also the one that, as you drive in, that you can actually see from Crabapple Road. So if you look at the side of Unit 10, we've actually done kind of a little mismatch with it. We've added some shutters, and then over to the side windows, we've added kind of a shed roof to give it, just a little 3D look as well.
Mr. Chair, can I just ask the applicant?
Yes?
Okay, on Unit 1, you see it coming down the road, can you put the shutters to the upper level?
Yeah, we can. You won't really see it because of the, we can, but that one you don't really see because of that other, so that's the only reason we did. But can we add shutters? Yeah, that's not an issue.
Only because the front has it.
Yep.
Other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's the square footage on these? Curious on the square footage. Oh, those are big. Those are almost 3,000 square feet.
And I love how obviously you can look from several different elevations. Shed roofs up top, some are down low, gables, shed roofs and on these and on all of the, especially the dormers and up top, we use standing seam metal instead of asphalt shingles on this one.
Any questions from the board?
No.
Any questions from our city arborist and city architect?
Just on Unit 1, the applicants agreed to put some shutters in the second level.
So we'll make our approval contingent upon
Please.
them applying the shutters on unit
Unit 1, second level.
Second level.
Okay.
And then the second part of this, just to make this one easy, we've already got 3 of the units already permitted and built out here. The other request was just for the rear porches being added to those units that we've already.
Would anybody on the board like to make a motion?
Make a motion to approve item 6B, Parkview 500 through 560, Parkview Drive, units 7 through 10 and 1 through 3, with contingent on unit 1 having shutters placed on the, I guess, eastward, second story, eastward facing unit, and also adding the rear covered porches to units 4 through 6.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You only got through this because of the beautiful young lady you have brought with you. We had planned on hanging you at noon. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Next is 7 courtesy reviews, which is V16-007, 460 Champions View, and we just can't do anything for you because we got to be contrary to somebody tonight.
I'm sure somebody could come along and be contrary to it. This is, I'm Donald Snow, homeowner.
I just don't want to go off that we're easy.
Doesn't look easy to me. If I known a good-looking gal would have helped.
Okay. Well, we got one sitting up here.
That's yours. I didn't bring it.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry. This is just to build a third car garage, a third garage for one car. It'll match the house. You know, house is hard coat stucco. This will be, it hurts to put it on all four sides, but it's going to be on all four sides. Hurts financially. It's going to match exactly the house. But because of the septic location, it encroaches into the 25-foot setback. My immediate neighbor was there Saturday afternoon. We were putting something together, and we talked about it. He said, "Oh, this is fine." We have a large hedge, 20 years old between us. Must be 14, 15 feet high.
does your wife approve this?
Well, there is a rhododendron that has to come down, but it's hanging on the house. Yes, she's approved.
Our city arborist is not going to like the rhododendron coming down.
Well, I shouldn't have said it then. But we planted a lot of others.
How far in the setback do you go?
Setback's 25 feet. We'll encroach 10 feet into it at the most. If we can get it closer, when we actually locate the septic, we would reduce that encroachment.
And no connectivity to the house?
Just a trellis, but not connect to the house.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, can I just ask the applicant, does the grade drop? Do you have an exposed basement on the slab on grade on the house? So the grade is pretty level.
That's very level. It's pretty level there. The water or rain from the garage will go onto the driveway. This is really just at the end of the driveway.
But the house is a slab?
No, it's has a full basement.
And it goes out to the right of the house, if you're facing it?
It goes out to the right, so the back you walk out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is pretty flat, which is good.
Yes.
So then one other question, on just the side that faces the neighbor, just if there's a way we could put a window or a detail there or something, just so it doesn't look, makes it look more
The
residential.
side that faces which?
Your neighbor.
Well, I was trying to make it less intrusive to them, having the window open. They won't see it. There's a good bit of woods behind us, undeveloped. I can put one there. You know, sometimes it's a standpoint of light in the garage. It'd be fine with me.
Okay, that would help, just to make it look residential.
Okay.
Kind of breaks the scale down, doesn't make it look like a solid structural wall.
So Bob, do you want one window or two windows?
There's one already on the other side facing the house. This would be on the other side.
like right up here.
Well, actually, if you put two windows in it, it would break up that side wall and make it look a little bit better, so.
You want two windows?
Oh, no, just one.
I think one's gonna look stupid, either do none or do, but let me tell you something, it's a matter of just personal preference. I never like to see just a straight wall.
Well, I just was trying to give them less a feeling of more privacy. I can't see them because of the wall.
Well, they can be faux window.
Why don't you ask them? Why don't you give them the option if they want it? You know, just tell them you're willing to put a window on that wall if they think it would look.
That wall's not visible from the road, is
I'm
it?
never going to see it, but I'll be glad to ask them.
Yeah, I know. It's just being a good. It's just about being a good neighbor. That's all it is.
Is it visible from the road?
No, not at all.
So I don't think.
I
that
mean,
makes a
in
difference.
his neighbor's house, I mean,
Yeah.
that's all trees right there.
Yeah, and they'll probably come back and say we don't care, and that's fine. Save you the $300.
I don't care about the window personally.
You should go ahead, probably get something in writing from your neighbor just for the, next time you come back for the real review. It'd be
Because all we're doing is.
So we're the design review board. We just approve, does the building look nice? Is it consistent with what we want in Milton? That's all we do here. And we'll make recommendations for you, because your next step is to go to the Board of Zoning Appeals, the BZA. And those are the ones those are the folks that'll decide yay or nay. So one of the things you want to bring to that meeting would be a letter from your next door neighbor saying, we're in support of it. Just hand him a copy of the letter, and that's all you got to
That'd
do.
be easy to do.
Yeah.
He's known about it for
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
What kind of car are you going to park in there?
Pardon?
What kind of car are you going to park in
None
there?
of your business.
Well, I was hoping for 37 Duesenberg, but couldn't find one. Don't have one yet, have things in mind, get the garage first, then find a car.
I got an antique car, I'll show you.
When you go in front of the BZA, make sure you tell them that you're gonna be matching all the building materials and colors.
Okay, I'll be glad to do that. That's the deal with the HOA. That's really the way we want it.
Yeah. Okay, so just make sure you bring that up.
So you've already run the plans through the HOA, I assume, then?
Right.
Yep. And they've already approved it?
Got their approval.
That's
In
good.
fact, the only condition it really had is it's 50 feet from the front walkway to the house. So it's pretty far back, and you get down the bottom of the hill, you
Can't see, yeah, it's pretty treed.
Okay.
Good. We don't vote on anything, we just give you recommendations on what to do, so.
Have a good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
your garage. And good luck. Any old business? Any new business from our city arborist and city architect? You got a haircut. That's new. All right. Then I will call this meeting adjourned.